Welcome to the written paper portion of Navigating Through GS 101 Career Development Video Series. These videos are being provided to help you visually see how the papers, assignments, and course projects are to be completed. I'll be making one video for these assignments and then one video for the course projects. These will be separate videos so that they are short and to the point to help you make sure that the papers are being completed correctly. They will be attached to the assignment and course project due date announcement. Of course, I'm always available with questions and concerns that you might have about the papers, but you really need to watch the videos first. In this portion of the video, I am going to talk about Assignment 1, Imagine Achieving a Goal. So first, we want to click on Assignment 1 in the course. You'll see directions. Please make sure you read over these carefully. What you are doing is coming up with a goal that you have not already accomplished, but you're going to pretend you did accomplish it. So a good example would be I ran or walked a 5K race. So step 1 says name one important personal goal for this year using the SMART Goals guidelines in Chapter 2 of your textbook. They will help you come up with creating that goal. So on page 17, you will see we have the SMART guidelines, and they stand for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time frame linked. And when you're creating goals, you want to make sure that you make them specific. If you don't make them specific, then the goal may never get achieved. You want to make it measurable, meaning you want to be able to measure your progress throughout this goal. If you don't have a goal that's specific and measurable, then your goal may never be achieved as well. Achievable. If you're hoping to climb Mount Everest, which is really throwing out there an example, it's not pretty achievable for everybody. Only a few people have ever done that. If you say, I'm going to run or walk a 5K race, that's achievable. Most people can do that. Realistic. Is this goal something that is realistic for you and realistic in life? And then time framed length. You want to make sure that the goal has a time frame. If you say, I'm going to run a race, but you don't really give a time frame for it, it might take you 3 years to do it. So you want to definitely read over Chapter 2 and make sure you look over pages 17 and 18 of the textbook. Once you've come up with the goal, step 2, imagine that you have already achieved your goal. Describe how you feel and how your life is different. Now, most people would feel very excited that they achieved their goal. They would feel a sense of accomplishment. They might even say they feel less stressed, have more energy, but in the end, I want to know how you would feel achieving this goal. Now remember, it's a goal you have not achieved yet, but how would you feel if you did achieve it? Then step 3, imagine that a friend asks you to describe how you accomplished the goal. List at least 3 short-term goals that helped you get to the finish line. And this part here is, if you're not sure what a short-term goal is, it's basically saying, okay, I want to run a 5K race. I have 2 months to do it. So maybe the first week I walk for 20 minutes. Every day I'm going to walk for 20 minutes. That's a short-term goal. In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to walk and run a little bit. Maybe I'm going to do that for 35 or 40 minutes. And then you might make another goal that says, now I'm going to try to get myself a good time for this run walk race. So I want to be under 30 minutes. So you start working on that short-term goal. So the short-term goals help you reach the big goal. Once you have completed your paper, you will submit the plan to me. Make sure you save it following the example below, and that example is right here. you will use just this here, GS 101, last name, imagine achieving a goal. You will then save it on your computer and then upload the paper into Moodle. Now you know what the assignment is about. You might be asking, how do I create my cover page? That is pretty easy. You will go to the instructor announcement section, and in the announcement, due date, and paper requirements, and the course project due date and requirements announcement, you will find, when I click on the assignment, you will see the due date. You will see where you can click to see the video directions that you are currently watching, and you will see the assignment 1, which is the template. When you click on this template, you want to open it, and it will open as a Microsoft Word document. Now, once the template is open, you will see the cover page. Some of the information has already been written for you. And some information will have to be filled in by you. The highlighted words are the ones that you will erase and fill in with the proper information. So your name and then the date you submitted the paper. You'll notice that I already added the running head for you on both page 1 and 2. When you get to page 2, you'll notice a box. This is what's called a text box. In the text box, it has some important information for you to read over before you start writing your paper. And it says, read all reminders, then make sure you remove this box by clicking on the black border and hitting the delete key on your keyboard. Make sure to watch the video on this assignment before beginning. And then it gives you friendly reminders for this paper, and you can read through all of those. So to get started, what you can do is you will click on this box, and you'll notice that you will see these symbols. You'll see circles on the corners and squares in the middle. All you have to do on your keyboard is hit the delete key, and it removes the box from your paper. Then you can start typing your paper and getting it ready to be submitted. Once your paper has been submitted, once your paper has been written, you will go to File, Save As. You want to make sure that you're in your Documents section of your hard drive, and you will take and you will follow the required way to save. You'll click Save, and your paper will save on your hard drive. I would recommend creating a folder, typing in GS 101. You can hit enter, and then double clicking on that folder first and putting all your papers within that folder. Remember that your paper does have a word limit requirement, and that is 250 to 300 words in length. And it must come with the cover page, which is right here. This concludes the video instructions for assignment 1. If you have any questions, please Moodle message me, text or call my cell phone, or write me a partly cloudy question.